You are growing drowsy, very drowsy. Your eyelids are becoming heavier and heavier. You can hardly keep them open. You find yourself slipping into a deep, deep sleep. Did it work? Are you sleeping? Ha! Darn. That never seems to work for me. You know, I was trying to hypnotize you. And hypnotism is very similar, at least in my mind, to subliminal advertising. And, you know, doesn't that whole concept of subliminal advertising sound almost, I don't know, sort of naughty to you? I mean, I've always sort of lumped this type of advertising together with, of course, hypnotism. And I've sort of figured that they were all sort of slightly immoral. You know, it can't be right to get people to do things that they wouldn't want to do otherwise, right? Well, let's assume that you're not trying to get your customers to take off their clothes, you're growing sleepy, or stop smoking or anything like that. Instead, you'd really like them to think positively about your product and maybe, oh, gasp, even go ahead and buy it. Now, advertising and its kissing cousin subliminal advertising are generally thought most often in terms of like a business to consumer type of marketing effort. However, there's absolutely no reason that this concept can't be applied to business advertising, product brochures, things like that. After all, businesses don't buy products, do they? People do. So lots of really smart people have spent a lot of time studying the field of subliminal advertising. Among them is a gentleman by the name of Martin Lindstrom, who's an international marketing expert, and he's the author of a book called Biology, Truth and Lies About Why We Buy. Now, Bruce has a few thoughts for how we can incorporate subliminal advertising concepts into our next product brochure or slide deck or website or what have you. First point that he makes is that product feel matters a lot. Now, here in the 21st century, we can do amazing things when we manufacture a real product that people can hold in their hands. However, sometimes we're too clever even for ourselves. Bruce has done studies with consumers using two different TV remote controls. Both had identical functionality, however, one weighed more than the other. The heavier one was always reported to be of a higher quality by people who were being tested. Even if your product is nothing more than an application that comes on a CD, including a heavy user guide in the box can improve your customer's perception of the quality of your product. If your product can be downloaded off the web, you've got a real perceived quality issue that you're going to need to find a way to overcome. His second point is rituals rule. Stress, time limits, and the state of the global economy are all weighing on our customers' minds. As our personal stress levels grow, we unconsciously seek out those rituals that are the most familiar and comforting to us. By including images and words in your product material that associate your product with these types of rituals, your product will become more appealing to your customer. Third point. Music soothes the savage customer. Now, the power of music to influence a customer's buying habits is very well known in retail circles. You really can't go into a store without hearing at least some music coming over the loudspeaker system. Slower music makes you move slower and thus gives you more time to shop and buy. In many business-to-business situations, you don't have a chance to include much music. However, when customers come to your site for a product presentation or to negotiate a contract, putting the right tunes on can make all the difference in the world. Fourth point, customers want cachet in what they buy. Sometimes it's called putting on airs, but no matter what anybody says, we all like to think that by buying a product, we will become special in some way. If the product is expensive or rare or hard to get, or if it uses some sort of special magic, then we want that product all the more. Just because we may be responsible for products that are sold to businesses does not mean that the subliminal advertising techniques that have been developed for the retail market can't be used by us. Now, the trick will be to make sure that we use this newfound advertising power responsibly. Good luck! You might be asking yourself, where do I go from here? The ability to successfully manage a product is a skill that it takes experience to get good at. If you want your career to take off, it sure makes sense to invest some time and energy into developing the skill. A great way to start doing this is to sign up for the free The Accidental Product Manager newsletter. This monthly publication is sent to your inbox and is overflowing with tips and techniques on how you can become a successful product manager whose products are the envy of all other product managers. We'll cover how to segment your customers, determine what kind of product they would be willing to buy, how to get your development team to do what you want them to do, how to work with the sales team, how to price your product, and we might even throw in a marketing tip or two. Hey, the newsletter is free, so you can't go wrong there. In the description of this video, you'll find a link that you can click on. Go ahead and click on it and you'll be taken to a web page that will let you sign up for the free newsletter. There's even a free gift in it for you when you do. Thanks for watching this video. Sign up for the newsletter and congratulations on starting your journey to accidentally becoming a successful product manager.